will then say to thee, you are my friend. Carry me like you are my brother. Love me like a mother. Will you be there? When wrong, will you scold me? When lost, will you find me? But they told me a man should be faithful and walk when not able and fight till the end, but I'm only human. Our darkest hour, in my deepest despair, will you still care? Will you be there? In my trials and my tribulations, through our doubts and frustrations, in my violence, in my turbulence, through my fear and my confessions, in my anguish and my pain, through my joy and my sorrow, in the promise of another tomorrow. I'll never let you part. but you're always in my heart.
Wow, beautifully sung, beautifully sung. Initially, it was quite repetitive, the most of the song, but I love what was done right at the end. Him speaking in such a delicate, frail manner, so emotionally appearing and sounding so sensitive and heartfelt. That was the turning point for me. That is when I said this is a beautiful song. It's a lovely, lovely way to communicate with your loved ones, with a loved one or loved ones. And, it's like your marriage vows, that you take in Christianity when you go to the church and get married. You have these marriage vows that are said, till death do us part and yada yada. There are a lot of very flowery lines that are said. You hear them in tons of movies and TV shows. That's why I'm doing the yada yada bit. The fact is that he repeats it in this song in his own way. Those kind of vows that, in the toughest times, in life tends to be so unfair. In your toughest times when you're going through a lot of turmoil, turbulence, he words it in his own way. That's the time when you really want your loved ones to be with you, to be by your side. But unfortunately, it's so unfair. Life tends to be so unfair at such times with most people that at those times, they don't have anyone. They really don't have anyone around them. They don't have friends who are there. They don't have friends who they really call upon that, I need you here. I want you to be with me. That doesn't happen in today's world. It's like, even if you have problems, you'll have to go use some social app or something and try to get find solace by doing so. So, it's quite tough for most people. Of course, there are people who still are blessed and are fortunate enough to have people by their side at all times, and especially during tough times. But yeah, I love those last lines. I mean, all of them, it can be printed out and put up on your closet or things like that, a kitchen cabinet, your fridge should be put up there, instead of those lousy posters and things like that most people put up, especially in the West. When you watch videos of them and you see what's up in the room walls and closet doors, etc., you say, what kind of role models are they, if they are parents? But yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing you need to print out in bold and put up, for the whole world to see, and especially for you to see whenever you pass by that important area of your home. Beautiful, wise words at the end of the song by Michael Jackson. You kind of also sense that he's maybe connecting with his fans, It's like as if I'm leaving, and this is my final message to you, So this is a beautiful way, beautiful way. I'm sure many artists after this song was released must have done something similar at different points in their career. Because, Michael Jackson set the bar. He set the standard. If he didn't do it, probably others wouldn't do it too. So it was as if he was a trendsetter. He was a pioneer of sorts. So this song also there, I'm sure many people did songs like this. But when you hear it, you actually feel it, especially the last part. He talks it, he doesn't sing it out. That's the beauty of it. Michael Jackson knows how to do it right. He doesn't have to sing that part. Most others would just sing it. And then you would lose the emotional aspect of it. Here he just narrated it. He spoke as if he's speaking to you. That's the beauty. Conversational style towards the end. It's a masterpiece for me. It was repetitive initially, and I said it's not that good a song. But then when the end came in, it turned everything around for me.
Wow, it's still ringing in my ear the way he sang it, and those hums. I like the hums that were, there in the song. That makes
and those drum
so
beats
good.
kind of thing, that sound Brazilian kind of beats.
Certain things, even the flicks, the flicks, and then later the whole choir came in. There were so many elements in one song, and that kind of geniusness for music, only very few are born with, and one of them is Michael Jackson. We listen to a lot of musicians, and we know who stands where after 5-6 years of doing it, day in and day out. We don't do it as fans, we do it as music listeners, music lovers, and reviewers, and we know who stands where. And I know when something is done which other people could not have thought of or could not have done, that humming, that flick, and everything. Only Michael Jackson used to come up with so many ways of making music. It was folk, it was pop, it was rock, everything at once. It was soul, it was musical. This entire song is like a musical. The way it spans out, the way it unfolds itself into a musical. It could have a shorter version and extended version, where a shorter version only having the song when it ends, and then longer version or the extended version with him narrating at the end and having a conversation, the way he did. And both would be amazing. Somebody who likes whichever way, pick and choose from one song itself. I liked every thought that was put behind it, and I like the way he personified the entire song. Very few musicians actually know the zest of what they are singing. With no offense to some of the best, he's called King of Pop. There is the King himself, Elvis Presley, and we react a lot of to Elvis Presley as well. But the depth that Michael Jackson got into his music, because he was also involved in the lyric writing, he was also involved in the composition of it, that Elvis lacked. He was a true performer, and he was embodiment of music and performance, but there was something lacking, and that was lacking on the part of the lyrics and understanding of the
Elvis Presley
context.
was highly inconsistent.
Yeah, he was.
Fans may not want to see it, but you as a honest reviewer from the outside, you realize this is inconsistent. Every second song is totally different. He's inconsistent. He sounds drunk. He sounds tired most of the time, half the
Very
time.
tired.
So yeah, I mean, the Michael Jackson, no way.
No, it was
Every
professional.
song
Of course,
that
it
we've
was very
heard, we
professional of
probably
Michael
heard around
Jackson.
40.
And
30
when
to
we talk
40
about Elvis
reactions.
Presley, we pride ourselves, and we should be biased, because there's also sort of Indian connection to his roots and things like that, which I don't know if enough researched or
Romani
not.
roots.
So, but I think it was there. I think so. I truly believe that it was there, but I cannot really go out there with proof or evidence.
Yeah, but
of
just
it.
because he has
But,
some Indian
yeah,
connection
not
doesn't mean
be-
we are biased. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. Just because they might be, or they should be, and it has to be, we don't have to be biased towards him. So I love this song. I love this song. You listen to it as many times as possible, and you will like it each time. And this is a song not just for one kind of relationship. It is cross relationships. It can be for a brother, it can be for a soulmate, it can be for friends, it can be for mother, father, anyone. It's not just marriage and not just marital vows.
It
because
can be like a
initially he said about
baby
yeah.
speaking to the mother.
Yeah.
If the baby could speak, this is what the
Yeah,
baby
this is
would
what
say.
the baby
Like
would
those
say.
words, love me and feed me, lift me up,
Kiss
hold
me
me
and
up.
all that,
It's
yeah.
like as if a baby is talking to the mother. If the baby
It's
could talk,
cross-relationship.
this is what the baby would be saying. So I love the way it is written. Beautifully written. Wonderful.
There's innocence in the song, and you get that.
Yeah, that's it for this one. Goodbye.